How you guys doing?
All right, Raymond. Obviously an unfortunate end to that contest just now. Can you just tell us how you're feeling after that?
First and foremost, I'd like to give glory to God and thank Him, for coming out safely. I hope my opponent, Peter, is okay. Obviously, I never mean to obviously hit anybody as far as any type of low blows or anytime even I do knock a person out or down or anything. I want them to be okay, so I hope that he is okay. Definitely not how I wanted the fight to go or to end. I had an entire different ending in my mind. But unfortunately, it didn't get there. It's the first time that's ever kind of happened. First time I thought it was a body shot, but my foot is kind of big, so it covers a lot. The second time I definitely hit him in the groin pretty clean. He kicked me and kind of knocked me off balance, which made me miss my target a little bit. It's unfortunate as things. 2020 has been that type of year where all kind of crazy stuff has happened. I normally don't miss my spin kicks like that.
And when that second one landed, did you kind of have an idea this might be it?
Yeah, when the second one landed, the second one hit very clean, and I know my a spin kick is the hardest technique you can throw in all combat sports. So my spin kick is kind of like my bazooka, my grenade launcher, whatever you want to call it. It can end things in an instant wherever it lands. Like I said, unfortunately, it landed in the wrong vicinity. And like I said, I hope he's okay. Like I said, I never really want to hurt my opponents in that way where they have to get carried off or anything like that.
And talk to me about the psyche, right? So you land that once, and then the referee says, "Oh, you got to be careful with the kicks." As a fighter, do you keep that in mind? Hey, maybe I can't resort to the kicks. Obviously, you kicked him again, but talk about that challenge as a fighter.
It is a little challenging. Like obviously, I called him with the first one. I said the first one happened, and it's instinctual sometimes because it was a very kind of open technique. So my body, I fight in what I call like a flow state. So even though I think of these things while I'm training, but when I'm in there fighting, things will just flow out naturally without me even having to actually think about that technique. So that happened instantly, as a response because of the technique that he threw, which that is the correct counter. It just landed the wrong spot. So I try to keep it out of my mind not to throw things because then that creates handicaps for myself.
And last question for me. I know that just happened. It's all fresh, but I mean, are you trying to get back in there soon? Just kind of. I'm assuming you're not too banged up from that one.
No, not at all. Not at all. I felt like I was really just getting warmed up. I felt like he came in and threw everything he had at me the first round. I was able to actually just show some of my basic, stuff that I know how to get off the ground, stuff that I know how to, move around and stuff like that. So, and I kind of felt he was really gassed in that second round. So I was about to really be allowed to open up a little bit more and be even a little more creative. But he did a really good job, and I'm looking forward to getting back in there. That wasn't the fight that I wanted to finish where I wanted to have an opportunity to go against Mr. Lima. But I think I need to show a little bit of better performance in order to be able to, compete against somebody of his caliber, just to show everybody and show the world, not only the world, even myself, that for that matter. But it was not the type of fight that I wanted, so I'm a little bit disappointed in the ending, just to be honest.
Hey Raymond, so could you just talk about the kick? Was that something that you were training and planning for this fight, or was that a spur of the moment type of move that you went for?
No. I throw that quite often. He's actually a southpaw fighter. So the switch round kick that he throws is for me and my style is a very telegraphed motion. So I can see it coming. So the spin kick is a natural and instinctive counter for me because the technique takes so long to get to me. The kick happened to hit my shoulder, which ended up knocking me off balance, which caused me to move and hit a different target. That those type of things happen, unfortunately. So even snipers tend to miss their target sometimes. If something kind of blows them off target a little bit.
And I just want to also know is it seemed the first time that the low blow happened, you seemed to I thought I heard you say to look at the replay or something like that. Did you think it landed, or did you think that it was a legitimate shot to the to the abdominal area?
Well, if you look, I have a size 12 foot, so if you cover 12 inches of your body, my foot covers a lot of space. That type of technique is actually thrown with the heel, not with your toes. So I know my toes may have kind of been to the body. I got to see it myself. It might have been to the groin, but where I thought I spotted my target, I thought my heel, which is what I was digging in with, my heel hit his body, and I thought that that's what caused the knock his wind out. But it could have been a low blow. Like I said, I'll have to look at it and check it out myself. But back to the drawing board for me, continuing to improve myself, just gives me more time and more experience actually in the MMA cage, to be honest. You know what I mean? That's my fourth fight in the MMA cage. So that just gave me a little bit more experience, so that way I can go and get prepared that much better and that much more.
2 quick ones from the internet here. Connor?
Hey, Raymond, how are you?
I'm great, brother. How about yourself?
Good. Thanks for asking. How interested are you, after, how this one ended, how interested are you in running this one back with Peter?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, if he wants to come in and he wants to run it back, I have no problem with running it back. He's got a lot of heart. He's a really game fighter. That's why I was looking forward to fight him, because he comes forward and he is going all out. He's throwing his heart and soul into pretty much like every punch. So I was looking forward. It's surprising to me, like, to have somebody actually want to stand up and fight against me. Kudos to him for wanting to stand up and wanting to fight with me and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I mean, if he wants to run it back, I have no problem with it. You know what I mean? It's, I'll make sure I won't kick him in the groin next time.
Hey, Raymond, Kevin here. Unfortunate results. Let me ask you one thing. Were you trying to carry the momentum of your, 2 wins, the real deal highlights, the 720 finish? Were you trying to capture that again in this fight, trying to capture the highlight reel finich?
I'm always trying to capture that highlight reel finish. That's part of me, part of who I am. God has blessed me with a skill set and an ability to go out and to glorify His name, and I feel that it's my kind of give back to Him to try and use those skill sets to the best of my ability. So when I throw those techniques, I have that ability. Not anybody else in MMA really does anything kind of remotely like that. I'm always trying to capture that moment, trying to give the crowd and the fans something that they've kind of never seen before, something that'll energize everyone, even though we don't have a crowd. It was a little different not having that crowd, because I'm used to the oohs and the ohs whenever I'm throwing things. But, I'm always trying to recapture that lightning in the bottle, so to speak.
All right. Thank you very much, Raymond.
All right. Thank you, guys.